Greetings, my fellow soldiers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech We Are Legion, episode 35. Randy offers a deal. Pollution retaliation. The tribe of Catro, all brawlers, coming to fight me. All right. It's too bad I don't have the maze up. I have noticed, and I haven't checked in code, but I have noticed that most of the retaliation raids are breach and sap, but maybe not in this case, because it doesn't look like they're set up to be breachers or sappers. But Mex, I'm going to have you escort. I wish it wasn't raining, because the Diablo's flame ability would be really, really handy in killing some of these guys. Just not going to have that option. So my mechs need to be behind the lines. This would be a good use of the new swarm turret, yes. So I'm going to have Scorpio go man that. See if I can get a good shot off. Yeah, they're coming right up the middle. So I'm going to turn on all the turrets because they do have overwhelming numbers. I only needed down half of them for it to work, but going to want to try to down as many as I can, right? So if we take a look at the activate here, I can hit anything within this range. So I'm going to wait until they cluster up around here and then try to hit them with the a swarm. Okay, let's see if now is the time. Yep, definitely. There you go. Very effective use of that swarm. And then I can... it's cooling off right now. But once it's done... Well, it's probably not going to be done cooling before the end of this fight. The other thing I wanted to do is to get my Diablos far enough away from the brawlers that I can hit them with a flame burst. So that's the next thing I'm going to be doing. I'm going to fall some of these guys back. Because this field of fire is going to slow down their ingressing to me. But it's quite a lot of enemies, as you can see. Pretty overwhelming. Grazing is going well. I'm just going to try to fight the ones that are attacking turrets first. And then make sure I don't lose any turrets by spinning them offline when they're damaged. A little worried for my Diablos here. It is definitely surrounded and low. There's just no way at this point to be able to pull it out. Oh, they're fleeing. Now that they're fleeing, I'm going to turn off my turrets, all of them. So I save ammunition because I'm basically out of steel. And also it stops me from friendly firing my own. And these guys are all Neanderthals, so I can take them as prisoners. That is a lot of dead people, though. Holy cow. I think they're probably going to try to break this door as well to try to get out. So I'm going to want to stop them from doing that. Don't do that. I do now have corpses for the wargs, that's for sure. I got plenty of food for them. So that oddly worked out. Alright, let's, I think I basically didn't take any damage. I don't think a single person of mine got hit once. Which is kind of incredible. So I'll start to recover and repair. And then you four go down here. They're going to take this door out before you get there, but at least we'll stop them from doing more damage, because it looks like they're going north, which is ridiculous. And that's a lot of corpses that we can feed the wargies. Quite a lot of corpses. So once my doctors aren't overwhelmed with trying to patch up potential prisoners, I will, I'll call in those wargs. I have 14 hours left. And this allows me to do some additional gene scanning, which is kind of nice. See if Diamond can get Toxo over here. There's also a possibility of me recruiting Neanderthal, so I'll take a look at the recruits to see if any of them are not unwaveringly loyal and would be potentially good to add. Like this one, perhaps. If they survive. Big if. Mex, you are now allowed to move about. But yeah, that was a very effective use of the Rocket Swarm launcher, I think. Rocket Swarm launcher probably, I don't know if it keeps records, like, but it probably took out, I don't know, 6 or so of them instantly, which is great. Air shield, there you go. All right, are these guys gonna survive? Maybe, and yes. Yep, quest 11 hours. I see it. I'm just trying to get as much of the new prisoners processed and healed before I add even more doctoring. But thank you for the heads up. I'll accept it now. Right, so the wargs are down here. They're all going to be in that. Oh, no, they're not anesthetized. So, wargies, let's get you over here. This is your new zone. Call it the warg zone. And I don't think it's going to be worth me training or sterilizing or anything them. I'm just gonna leave them be. I do have the I'm not going to go with the beds. It's not necessary, but I do have it lit. Where's Lloyd? Oh, it fell behind because you have bad back. So this is about all the capacity I have in my freezer for corpses. So I'm also going to include human corpses into my regular freezer. No, I'm not going to do that. I am instead... call this Warg Lunch 1. I'll just do it over here. I don't want to see so many corpses on a regular basis in the kitchen, plus it's just gross. Oh, what? That was zoning. Oh, yeah. No, that was wrong. Alright, so the Warg zone should include this area. Because they aren't farm animals, they can go through doors with no problem. So I can have... in hindsight, don't even need the animal flap, but oh well. I added it. Doesn't matter now. There. So now we have 31 more corpses that we can give them access to. If any of the animals die, I fail the quest. That's what happened last time. And it doesn't matter how they died. Like, the game doesn't care. So I just have to keep them alive no matter the cost. A question for all of you. The only one that I really stood out to me as a potential joiner would be Kamba. Kamba is a brawler with Burning Passion melee and also a pretty good miner. 38 years old and with some scars, but nothing that can't be fixed in a bioregion cycle. Do I recruit Kamba? It'll be left up to you. If so, I'm gonna have to. I'll probably want to move them to another bed and then start to convert them, and treat them a little bit nicer. So I'll prepare the prisoner rooms. Yeah, I don't want Ambus, even though having another planet would be nice. No, you know you're unwaveringly loyal. Never mind. Kamba's not unwaveringly loyal. She is Neanderthal with slow learning. She sure is. Don't know what your point is, though. Have the wargs been treated? They have not. Not yet. I am going to make Diamond higher priority medical. Is it worth storing meds nearby for the wargs? Probably. So there. Warg meds. Oh, these wargs are actually entitled, and not only entitled, I should be herbaling them. So that they don't die of blood rot. Because just manual tending alone isn't going to be enough. And it looks like Scorpio's on it, too. Oh, Scorpio actually tended higher quality than even Diamond did. Interesting. So finishing some gestation cycles. So that new Legionnaire is coming out. Ooh, Thrumbo. Definitely going to want to hunt me some Thrumbo so that I can fill my dwindling food stockpiles and also make some really nice clothing. Can we check if the Doctorbot treats the puppies? Sure. I don't think it does. So if you take a look at the mechs here, like if the easiest way to go is go into research and go paramedic bot, and then see what their work allowances are. So they're allowed to operate on animals, but that does not mean tend animals. See how it lacks tend animals? So it only operates on them. So if I wanted to, like, sterilize the wargs, the paramedic bot could sterilize the wargs, but cannot otherwise tend to them. So I guess to all the people on YouTube comments that called me out for not using shield to tend to the foxes, well, he's not allowed to. Seems like an oversight? Maybe, or maybe not. I have no idea. So it does look like you guys want me to recruit Kamba. Got it. So I'm gonna move Kamba. Here we go. That was easy. Usually they put up more of a fight. There we go. Perfect. And then Kamba, you are going to be converted. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to use my conversion ritual too. For that, she needs to be conscious. So Toxo, it's your turn in the hotbox. So many corpses. Glad that the lifter bots are doing most of the hauling. It looks like the uranium slugs obviously need rearming. I basically... What happened to my deep drill? Oh, right, I moved it to the steel. Yeah, okay. I do need steel. At the moment, I would actually say the thing I need the least is plasteel, oddly enough. So I'm going to move the plasteel one back over to the uranium so that we can rearm the slug turrets. So you guys wanted me to set up the maze, right? Let's go ahead and do that. For the Tox maze, I'm going to make the Tox maze the east one. I'll just stripe it like this. It will be, oops, close enough. So the barricades are laid out like this to slow down incoming enemies so that the toxins have the most time to affect them. And then on the other side, I'm also going to do barricades, and this is the fire trap. So I'm going to make wooden barricades because I have a lot of wood. Wood is a resource I can spare. Wood burns a little bit faster than steel. So there's a little bit of a disadvantage here is that that this maze here won't... The maze on the left side will burn quick. And then I'm going to put some flooring just to stop plant growth so that I can reset the maze a little bit more easily. Straw floor for the fire maze? I often find straw... I mean, it's really fast acting, but then it's kind of annoying to reset. So I only use it if space is a limiting factor. But if I'm not limited by space, I don't use straw. Because then you need a dedicated farm field for it, and you need to time everything correctly because it burns so quickly that if you light it on fire early, you end up with no fire at all because it burns itself out. And the fire maze is not roofed yet because building in the dark has penalties, so I'm going to build the fire maze once... I'll build the roof on the fire maze once it's done. And actually, with that in mind, I probably don't even need the steel floor because the roof will stop tree growth. And I would actually say I don't even need the floor over here because I'll probably roof up the Tox side as well. Grace is pregnant. Okay, so how long is pregnancy for wargs? I don't even know. I'd have to look that up. But I hope I don't end up with a crazy amount of warg pups running around. So I do not want that. Just to keep Kirby, our vacuum bot, from losing its little robo-mind, I'm going to remove this from the home zone so that the Kirby doesn't have to constantly clean. Because there's going to be a lot of cleaning to do otherwise. Missed a few barricades in the fire maze. Actually, I don't want barricades there just because it's where the doors are. So it's as I wish for it to be designed. It's all going to be a little bit faster to reset this way. All the mechs are repaired. Oh, sure. Tarmarin. Poor intellectual and strong immunity. Bearded. I don't have money, so I don't even know why I'm trying to trade with them. Just keep moving, dude. Don't forget to hunt the Thrumbos. Thanks for that reminder, because I was absolutely going to forget. They are northeast. Let's not have another cipher situation, though. Oh, that's the whole herd. That's the whole pack. Okay. This time around, I have better guns and more mobility and locust armor and things like that. In fact, I could even, if I wanted to, enlist the Legionnaires to help me, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. One to chase and 4 to shoot. Yeah, figured that wire would drop targets. You are spicy fast. All right, you want to just keep chasing him? Klein, if you come out this way, you're going to have to see a lot of dead bodies, but bring the bots with you. So, Foxes, you're moving at 5:15. This Warg is moving at 5:28, so he's going to get caught up too. I need backup for him. Luckily, he's unstoppable, so if I do get attacked, I won't slow down. It's too bad that Go Juice injections aren't instant. I would just inject and run. Warg gestation period is 10 days? Okay. Well, then I might end up with some Warg pups. That's okay. Alright, it's 2 of 3. And the Warg missed its attack. So here's my Legionnaires that should help. There they go. Grazed it, good, it's on fire. That makes this a lot easier. Oh, sorry, Thrumbo, but now I've got real backup, so you don't get to nip me. Get back here, Thrumbies. Where you going, man? It's just a little fire. Don't be scared. Grazers are very effective against organics, as you can see. Setting the Thrumbo on fire over and over and over makes it panic and run around in big circles. And down you go. Have the robots fight the fire for me. And we're done. Mechs, go back to recharge. I think we saved maybe all but... No, I think I saved all the ambrosia. I don't think any of it died. Just a little damaged. We have such an absurd amount that it's not a big deal. Some disappears. Hunt the gazelle. I actually want there to be fauna on the map tile for animal pulse reasons. So I'm not going to hunt the gazelle. I do need to, given my current relationship with my neighbors, gift them some stuff. So I'm going to put together a care package. Actually, I'm not going to send the leathers. So we'll send ambrosia, smoke leaf, wild sculptor pod, rumbo horn. I should have one more thrumbo horn coming out in a second too. And then maybe just to, I'll probably just smelt those weapons, that's fine. The corsets. And this is so that I could call them in on a trade caravan and not go from allied to neutral. Because if I called one in right now, I'd become neutral. I did just gestate another Legionary, so here is yet another raffle for it. So this is Legionary number 3, and also the last Legionary I have space for. And the War Queen is only 3 cycles left, so over a 75% done being gestated, which is great. Wastepack infestation. Oh, it's a big one. It's a real big one. So I guess some of the waste packs that were sent back to me in retaliation ended up decaying here. Yep, there's a little bit of pollution here. So that is a pretty sizable waste pack infestation, which is actually kind of nice. It's nice because I can trigger it myself and use those insects as a method to harm my enemies. It just means I have to avoid this area as to not manually trigger it. So my mechs are going to be set to avoid, and then my people are going to be set to avoid, and this avoid zone is now just for waste pack infestation. There is still more waste packs over here, and I think it would be good for me to remove that pollution, so I'm going to trigger that as well. Yeah, I want to clean up that pollution so it doesn't become a problem. I don't want to have to deal with the waste pack poisonings more than once. But as you can see, it's a trigger radius of about 5. So as long as I stay outside of about 5 area of here, and as you can see, I painted extra zoning. I'll even make it a little bit larger so there's no accidental tripping. But yeah, as long as we stay away from that, it won't pop out. Does sight help with melee? Yeah, a little bit. Not like a shooter would, though. Shooters benefit from sight a lot more than brawlers. Did we ever get... Okay, yeah, we're working on the uranium. We have a little bit of steel. Nice. And Tarmarin is home. Make sure that he's set to avoid as well. Or she. And we don't have that droner affecting us, which is great. So there's some corpses that didn't fit for the wargs that are out here. What did we extract out of Toxo? I missed that. Immune, maybe? I think it's probably immune. So, Regobre, it is your turn. I don't think I'm going to go... You know what? Why not? I will end up peg-legging up the prisoners and then removing said peg legs to make them immobilized so that they behave. And this is also good practice for Scorpio's medicine. Oh, or Shield will do it. Although I don't want Shield to do it. So Shield, I'm going to have you assigned to recharge so that you just recharge. Because Shield isn't actually helping to keep the wargs alive, so there's no point in really having Shield do anything right now. Try to extract Dead Calm again? I don't have any genies. I would need a genie for that. Genies are the only ones that naturally have Dead Calm. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to put a door here, so it's a lot easier to access the beds. So I think what I'll do is I'll... Oh, I'm out of granite? Hot dang. All right. Well, let's continue stone cutting. Granite blocks. And instead, I will put a temporary wood wall there, so that there isn't a prison breakout. Yeah, the relationship icons up here is a new addition as part of the color-coded mood bar mod. It's actually a suggestion. CM who made it, Crash M, that made the mod, is a member of my gaming community, and someone on YouTube made a comment that it would be a good idea to have some sort of icon indicator for relationships. So we have one now. And Icarus, congratulations. You hopefully won't fly too close to the sun with this Legionary. And you're going to be the last Legionary for a bit until I expand my bandwidth. So I do believe that the wargs are doing pretty well. Let me do a quick health check on them. Or not. I mean, it's so annoying to actually health check them without numbers mod. So, never mind, I'm not going to. I'm just going to assume that my medicing is working. So Diamond's doing some of these surgeries, which is fine. All the work doesn't need to, all the practice doesn't need to go to Scorpio. Ouch. You dang near killed him. Also, Regular Ray was supposed to go to the scanner, and I forgot that. Alright, Ambus. Give me the wood back. Fire maze looks ready. So let's stick a roof over it. Oh wow, I still don't even have that door. Holy cow, do I ever need that door installed. Oh, that's because the raiders broke it. I had it. But the Neanderthal smashed the door down. That makes more sense. I have enough. So this is the gift bag to my neighbor. 42 is a pretty good amount of rep. So now that that's been delivered, I will call them in for another exotic good. And then I have to decide what to do with these waste packs. Uh-oh. My little farmer bot ran out of batteries, just fell over. So Ambus is now immobilized. Rhino and Deer's DNA is about to be regened. And it looks like all the medical care is falling to Diamond. I didn't want it to be like that, but oh well. How's the meat? Okay, the Thrumbo did add a whole bunch of meat to our colony. That's good. Can workabots tailor corsets? They can. That's probably not a terrible use for them, but the quality of their craft is lower. So I'm getting less bang for my buck, but given that I have so much leathers, I don't think it really matters. But, with that said, I did just get a shipment of Thrumbo, so it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to go through my clothing queue and make sure that the clothing that I have queued up is going to be using that Thrumbo fur for the highest, most protective possible clothing. And as far as I can tell, the warg treatments have been going pretty well. Just randomly checking a few of them, they're all blood rot in the teens, which is an indicator that it hasn't climbed up right, because it only gets fatal when it's maxed. Although I'm getting a little tired of Scorpio's failed surgeries here. So now, if you take a look here, the only valid path into my base at this very moment is this left maze, right? If enemies want to come in, this door's closed, so they have to go in through the maze and then out. Meaning that my fire maze is triggered and ready and waiting for attackers. And I'll get the tox box on the right side soon. Oh, my lord. Okay, we're accepting this. This isn't going to be pulled for. I just so happen to have 3 dead colonists. Granted, they're in various states of decomposition. But I happen to have 3 dead colonists, and this is a quest for 3 Resmec serum. So what do I need to do? I need to guard 2 people for 25 days, and a giant mech cluster will spawn. I have to keep the mood of the guests high, and they will also give me 2 archers that can die of no consequence. Alright, so current quest here is build the maze, pet sit wargs, and res serum quest. Randy's gonna make me pay, I am sure, but that's okay. So, who am I guarding? Let's move them to the back of the roster. So, the archers can die. Panther and Landoa can die. Rara and Falcon cannot. Got it. So this will be Rara's bed. And Falcon's bed. I'm also going to raffle them off so that they're named after you, instead of whatever the game offered. So they're temporary members, but the raffle timer's up above. And then Panther and Landoa. One of you could take this bedroom. Maybe they're in a relationship. I should check. No, 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 no. Okay, and then the last bedroom can go to Landoa. So they all have properly good bedrooms. That's cool. I don't plan on trying to get them killed, though. If I could keep them alive, I will. So in terms of scheduling, I do need to keep them happy. That was one of the contingencies. So let's take a look at their moods and everything, and work. So the 2 archers are probably pyromaniacs, but I'll double check. Falcon can doctor, sort of. Rara can farm, so I'm going to allow Rara to farm. And then, yeah, that looks about right. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to actually have a second doctor helping with the wargs. And it would keep Falcon happy because they'll be doing something they have a passion about. Cool. And then set the avoid restrictions of the archers, thank you. Yeah, so they don't go into the waste pack. Although that would be rather hilarious. Like, if anyone needs to trigger that waste pack, it's going to be them. Because, you know, they can die of no consequence. Guest unhappy. Well, alright, so let's take a look at their moods. You have an uncovered groin. Wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to make clothing for them, but they're sure as hell not going to give them Thrumbofur. So I'm going to have Diamond finish up the Thrumbofur that Diamond's working on, and then make some clothing for Falcon. In fact, for Falcon, I could just make a tribal wear, because they're tribal anyway, so, you know, keep them in what they are comfortable in, I guess. So let's make a camel hide tribal wear. And then taking a look at your personality, you're just a body purist. You don't have any artificial parts, so you'll be happy. Rara, you are chemically interested, fascinated even. So you just need drugs, but like you're getting the drugs. Panther, you're very neurotic, so yeah, you're going to be a little bit of a problem. And then you are depressive and, okay, a hard worker, but literally doesn't do any work. Just like every manager I've ever had in my life. Zing! I could trigger the packs for the mech cluster, yeah. Or maybe an animal pulsar or something like that. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. Ooh, it's masterwork. Dang. He don't deserve that, but alright. I like how I've been making clothing like this whole time, and it's just not been masterwork, and then finally it's a stupid piece of tribal wear, and it's like, masterwork. The whole world has been signaled that you have made something so glorious. Ridiculous. So the other thing I need to do is probably move this shelf with the Molotov down towards the firebox. And I'm actually going to change the firebox a little bit to put auto doors on the back end here so that I can quickly ignite it. Whereas I don't really need to do that for the Tox box because the Tox box is going to be armed with IEDs instead. But what I will do over here is then another shelf. I don't know if ID traps can go on shelves. Let me double check. No, I don't think they can. Okay, well, they're buildings, so what I'm going to do is to have another shelf over here with the toxic shells, and then to have a stockpile zone for the traps. I'll make the traps ahead of time. And we'll just have to run them over to the other side. It would have made sense for me to flip-flop these two, but oh well. At least they're not refugees? I know. Or they'd betray me and I'd never get my res serum. I do have, fortunately, caskets here, but I might want to research cryptosleep caskets so that if any of the three that get resurrected end up with res psychosis, I can casket them until I have a cure. So I think what I'm going to do is to turn my research benches back on and work towards researching cryptosleep caskets. So that if... Because I fully suspect that mass is going to get cryptosleep insanity, or res psychosis, which you can only cure with heal serum. And the giveaways are done, so Epic Cook, you are going to be one of the visitors. And we have Cyber Eye. Psycho Mouse. Psycho Mouse, the very neurotic. Seems about right. And Scorpio, you won, so I'm going to re-roll that. Iscandia. Congrats. Kelly the King, thank you for the resub. Oh, what time is it? Oh, I am overdue. Shoot. For those that are wondering, I tweaked an old injury, so my cam is off and all that stuff because I am not feeling 100%. Oh, look at that. Tarmarin sporting the Thrumbo jacket. It's Fashion Week here in our little colony. Looks like Fox has got some threads as well. I think we used up all the Thrumbo already. Dang. Oh, you ran out of power. I might need another... Or not night. I definitely need another small charger. And it looks like I have enough Tox packs that I should probably launch. Oops. I probably made Diamond make clothing for the entire day and, like, starved him. No, it wasn't a food binge. If you want to know, I got in a bad skiing accident years ago, and I ruptured a disc in my lower lumbar, and it re-inflamed just randomly. I didn't actually injure it. It's just a random injury. Inflamed a few days ago. Landed me in the ER. So, have my camera off so that you don't see me wincing from time to time. Probably for the best, because you get more Yoda as a result. And who doesn't want more Yoda? You'd have to be crazy to turn that down. So now all that's left is to set up the IEDs. And then this stockpile zone I forgot to do. This is going to be Tox IED traps. Do I not? Yeah, I have marble. My constructors are just busy. I have been staying well hydrated. Thank you for reminding me. I've been imbibing. It's also pretty necessary if you want to heal from any injuries to, you know, make sure to stay well hydrated. So I've been definitely doing that. So what is the holdup? I think we have a lack of steel, which is why I'm not getting more construction done. Yeah, that's definitely it. All right, Turtle. That's you, dude. Oh, because you're over here with the uranium. I do have a fair bit of uranium built up now, so I think what I might end up doing is, now that we just hit a portion, I'm going to move that drill down here to double tap the steel here, because we're just out. And short of calling it a bulk goods trader, I'm going to need some more. You hate when old injuries are all like surprise. You thought I've seen the last of me. Yeah, I was surprised. I was actually really surprised because the first injury happened maybe like about a decade ago, and then the re-injury happened maybe 7 years ago, and I thought it was kind of behind me, but nope, not even close. I think having a baby was sort of a trigger. I wouldn't even want talk shells down here because I'm gonna make the, okay, yeah, I did this wrong. So let me break this down. And then we just need these doors. So let's start to get the tox shells installed. So I have 30 shells, so I can do 15 traps. And there's even more small constructor bots just going dormant. Yeah, disc injuries basically never go away. True enough. And that's why I've been plagued by them. Ruby, thank you for not only subbing, but also cheering. Thanks for catching a stream. Glad to have you here. We still have not stuck you in the extractor? Jeez Louise. That is just laziness on my part. Also, the granite blocks here, once they're done, I'm going to set it up to be robo only. Because I don't need my own people doing it. That doesn't make much sense unless they're idle. So, any mech. Basically only the Fabricor. And Kamba has converted. Yep. So now, recruit. Thank you for watching We Are Legion, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 27th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming stream. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Stay safe out there, my fellow Legionnaires.